Good, happy Thursday evening, November 5th, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Thursday evening, so let's begin. First up, we begin with coronavirus in New Hampshire. Important information. Let's take a look at that right now. And here's a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 11,808 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 9,544,315 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 486 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 788 number of people have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 300 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. Let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. In Nashua, 70. Let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. Nashua, 1239. And let's take a look at these three charts here. Let's start with the first chart here. New cases each day in New Hampshire. In the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalization. And red, deaths. And let's take a look at this chart here. Current cases. In the purple, total current COVID-19 cases. And in the orange, current hospitalization. And let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases. In the purple, total positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, total hospitalization. Red, deaths. And blue, recovered. And let's take a look at this chart here. Positive PCR test rate and daily PCR test. And let's take a look at this chart here. Age group of cases, female and male of cases, and risk information. And let's take a look at this chart here. Infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. And let's take a look at this chart here. Deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder, your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. Test report delay boost New Hampshire to highest single day total of COVID-19 cases. 252 new cases, 2 more deaths reported in New Hampshire. New Hampshire reported 252 new cases of COVID-19 Thursday, the highest single day total ever. But health officials said many of those cases should have been reported Wednesday. State epidemiologist Dr. Benjamin Chan said there was an issue with reporting at one of the national labs, which resulted in the delay of about 50 cases being reported a day late. Still, he said the state is averaging about 150 new infections each day, a sign that community spread of the coronavirus is increasing. 2 more Granite Staters have died of COVID-19, Chan said. He said neither were associated with long-term care facility. There have been 486 deaths in New Hampshire linked to COVID-19. Chan said substantial community spread is being seen in 7 New Hampshire communities and counties: Coos, Grafton, Belknap, Stratford, Merrimack, Hillsborough, and Rockingham. The other 3 counties, Carroll, Sullivan, and Cheshire, are at moderate level of community spread. Chan said the continuing spread of the virus shows that mitigation measures must continue to be followed. Avoiding large gatherings, wearing face masks, and maintaining social distancing while help prevent the spread of the coronavirus, he said. Unlike at the beginning of the pandemic when the coronavirus was mainly spreading in outbreaks associated with long-term care centers, Chan said the current spread is spreading in community. He said people are getting tired of the pandemic and we want to get out more and see family and friends, but that is helping the virus spread. Chan said 204 of the new cases were confirmed with a PCR test, and 48 were confirmed by antigen test. The state's daily PCR test positivity rate was 1.8%. There are 1,546 active cases of COVID-19 cases in the state, Chan said. The 14-day statewide infection rate is 123 per 100,000 population. One new hospitalization was reported, and there are 44 people currently hospitalized with COVID-19 in the state, Chan said. 2 new outbreaks at long-term care facilities were reported, Health Commissioner Lori Shipton said. 8 residents and 7 staff members at St. Anne's Rehabilitation and Nursing Center in Dover have tested positive for COVID-19. 8 residents and 3 staff members at Woodlawn Care Center in Newport have also tested positive. There was also an outbreak at Mount Prospect Academy, a residential youth treatment center in Plymouth. Shipton said 9 residents and 11 staff members have tested positive. Sununu blames rise in New Hampshire COVID-19 numbers on onset of cold weather, increasing of gatherings. The governor said a rise in the number of coronavirus infections in the state was expected this time of year, and it's also due in part of increase of indoor gatherings through school, social settings, or otherwise. But he says the state's contact tracing efforts allow for crises in the state's response. Senate state Democrats to seek recounts in losses by 3 incumbents, Saucy says. Second look to be thought at races lost by Dischy, Chandler, and Levesque. State Senate Democrats will seek recounts of the voting in 3 districts which first-term incumbents lost to Republicans, Senate President Donna Saucy said on Thursday. The voting resulted in a 14-10 Democrat majority being flipped to a 14-10 Republican majority in a 24-member chamber. The House also flipped from Democrat to GOP control. 2 accused of killing New Hampshire couple in Texas charged with capital murder. James and Michelle Butler found dead on a beach last year. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
For the easy and the complex, the small stuff and the big, we're here with the affordable local loans, easy to manage accounts, and financial advice to help you blaze a trail, figure stuff out, and make your money go farther. We're Granite State Credit Union. Live bold.
A Utah couple is now facing capital murder charges in connection with the deaths of 2 people from Rumney, New Hampshire. James and Michelle Butler were reported missing last October in Texas. Investigators found their remains 10 days later on a Texas beach. Court documents say they were shot and killed. Adam Williams and Amanda Nover were arrested in Mexico days later and initially charged with stealing the couple's camper and tampering with evidence. Both are being held on $1 million bond.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night and goodbye, everyone.